Will there ever be a week where literally nothing happens, where every company is safe? I guess it won't be this week. Alright people, welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is. It's the Breach Report, everyone's favourite weekly newsletter thing. Now today's a good one because these three articles that we're going to go through are some of the weirdest ones that I've seen in a while. I'm not going to lie with you. Meta being ordered to pay $8 billion with a fat freaking B to a privacy settlement. I don't even know why I'm laughing. 8 billion's a lot of money. To literally adoption leaks of bunch of adoption records. Literally Amazon warning about 200 million Prime customers that scammers are targeting them. You know, everyone's in the crossfire this week. Without further ado, I'm not going to waste your time because I value my time as much as I value yours, which is absolutely nothing. So let's just get straight into it. All right, people. So we'll talk about Meta again. The day I don't talk about Meta, the day there's something wrong, because Meta have been ordered to pay $8 billion in privacy settlements. Now, this is not surprising anyone after the company has settled to the increasingly heated privacy violation claims for the price of $8 billion. So yeah, they haven't been naughty. No, that's not the word. They haven't been good. They've been very naughty. Now, the lawsuit was filed by shareholders in September of 2018. That was like 7 years ago. And this has been going on for a while, but they've won. They've clearly won here because Meta have to pay $8 billion. And you may be asking, Dan, what the hell is this, lawsuit on? What has Meta done? So they're claiming that Meta have just gone completely haywire and ignored user privacy concerns and the 2012 FTC agreement. This isn't the first time Facebook have been on Santa's naughty list here, because in 2019, Facebook were ordered to pay $5.1 billion in an FTC penalty because they deceived users about data control. So yeah, this isn't Facebook's, clean record here, being wiped away because of this one thing. They've been dealing this for years. Like in 2019, they dealt with a similar situation and were ordered to pay $5.1 billion. And this is just coming from the same thing over and over again of just privacy violations with their whole user base. I know they're one of the biggest companies in the world, having the biggest social media platforms from Meta to freaking Instagram. Even Facebook Marketplace. They got a lot of people using their apps. But why isn't it a priority for them to keep user data safe? To make sure they're within guidelines and make sure they're doing everything correctly? I can't answer that question because I'm not Meta and I'm not freaking stupid either, because it just doesn't make sense to me in the slightest. It's not like this company's struggling, as like a startup or something, and they get a few things wrong, but this is I think $1 trillion company. This is making people forget about Meta as a whole and switching from their platforms like WhatsApp to other apps like Signal, where privacy isn't a concern for anyone. Like, you can literally do anything on that app. I'm not going to give you any ideas, but Signal is just one of those places where I just don't even I don't even want to entertain. That whole area is just completely sidetracked. Just stay away from it. Your adoption record just got leaked. That's implying that you're adopted. I hate to say it to you. No, but in all seriousness, an adoption agency has just leaked over 1 million records. I think about 1.1 million to be more precise. Researcher Jeremiah Fowler, hopefully I said that right, has found publicly accessible database with a lot of sensitive data. You can probably think where I'm going with this, with an adoption agency and what type of data they would have stored in a database. Things like birth parents, names, foster parents, where you live, I don't know. That type of sensitive data they don't really want people to know about. It's all out there on the public, and this researcher actually found it all on the internet. It's all public. This makes it really damaging because the sensitivity of adoption related data makes these exposures particularly, emphasis on particularly, damaging for both children and families. Since adoption records often include highly personal details, which I just named about children, birth parents, adoptive parents, and agency staff. Forget about the agency staff. That's the most important stuff there. About details about children, birth parents, and adoptive parents. Having information like that on the internet in public records is absurd. I can't even put it into words because I don't get how sensitive data like this can just be made public. Like, how it's out there so easily, and how they didn't know about this, and how this research had to come and actually say, oh, hold up, guys, there's currently 1.1 million data of records, including children, birth parents, and everything I've gone through, all online. I think this is kind of bad. This can easily be used for phishing, extortion, identity theft. Who knows what these people are up to nowadays? The cause is unknown because it's just been found public on a public database. So how it got there, I don't even know. Probably freaking Thanos snapped it and it ended up there. All right, moving on to a less depressing one. We got Amazon. This is actually just as bad. All right, so Amazon are coming out and saying that there's potential 200 million Prime customers prone or vulnerable to scammers after their login info. So what's going on here? Well, don't worry, I'm here to explain. So Prime just had their Prime Day the other day, and that was too many days in one sentence. What I meant to say was Amazon had their Prime Day the other day, meaning there were a lot of deals online, but you can only get those if you're a Prime customer. Now I'm sounding like an advertisement, but what I'm trying to say is those deals were only accessible if you're paying Amazon monthly for their Prime subscription. So what did these little cheeky fools decide to do? Well, they decided to send out fake emails. So scammers are sending fake emails claiming your Amazon Prime subscription, maybe you just signed up, will automatically renew at an unexpected price. Now you can probably see where I'm going here because think like a hacker here. These scammers might include personal information in their emails obtained from other sources to appear legit. They might say here, cancel your subscription or continue, just re-enter your password. Lo and behold, you enter your password and what happens? They got access to your account. Once someone clicks on the cancel button thinking, oh hell no, Amazon are charging more now, I'm not dealing with that. Well, they're sent to a fake Amazon login screen. So that increase of about $1 to $2, oh, that's about to be a couple $1,000s. Once you enter your good old email and password into this fake website, you probably know where I'm going to go. The railway only takes you in one direction, and that direction is giving your details so that these scammers can purchase things using your Amazon account. Because guess what? Your credit card, all your credentials are all saved on that account. Simple as. You know how convenient it is to click one button now and pay off Amazon? Yeah, these guys can just do it just like that. So how do you actually avoid this Amazon scam? Well, don't click any dodgy links. And that is it for this week. Sorry if the energy's a bit down today. A little bit tired. You can probably tell it from the amount of like how I look. Oh crap, my freaking microphone's all the way up down there. Wait, there we go. So yeah, apologies if I'm a little bit tired looking. Guess what? I'm tired, but I'm gonna create these videos for you. Keep you informed like usual. So if you did enjoy this video, you know what to do, and I hopefully see you in the next one after this crazy freaking week. Goodbye.